Welcome to a Reddit Bytes production, the best Reddit channel on YouTube. If you subscribe right now, I will give you a cookie. If you don't, that's cool too. Enjoy the show. Today's AskReddit post. Would you die for your country? Why or why not? Oh boy, this is gonna be a good one. Let's get started. Number, not inherently, dying, and worse, killing, simply for your country has been the anthem of leaders sending the young and terrified to die in battle for centuries. I would, however, die for the people I love, the places I choose to make my life in, and the core ideals I consider most important for the benefit of mankind. At the very least, I'd go into battle for them. What I'd really be thinking just before I die is unknowable to me. Maybe I'd regret it all. I dunno. Dying is easy. Living is harder. Are you referencing Hamilton, or was Hamilton referencing something much older? That's a strong no. No politicians are willing to work for the country. Losing my life for the war created by them is nothing but vain. Anytime two countries want to start a conflict, both cabinets should be airdropped into a Thunderdome and forced to fight to the death over it. Party of the last survivor wins. TFW, you were a cabinet member against the war, but you get thrown in the Thunderdome. My country? Number, my friends and family. Which ones? Even for some of my beliefs and ideals, but the country in general? Number, if my country won't die for me, why should I die for it? Fkin mooch. I like to go by George Patton's thinking. You don't win wars by dying for your country. You win wars by making some other poor bastard die for his country. I'm not for dying for anyone's cause other than my own. But if I could really make a difference by dying for my country, I would. The only cause worth dying for in war is if your friend then can open a shrimping business. In defense of my people, sure. Attacking to give my people an economic advantage, no way. There's a big difference between dying for your country and dying in the name of it. Would I die to advance our medical knowledge or environment or something? Sure. Would I die because some politician got angry at another country? No thank you. Dying for the cause of advancing medical knowledge or environment wouldn't be dying for your country. That would be something different. Maybe dying for knowledge or for humanity itself. Unless of course you are from a country that is isolating your knowledge and keeping your secrets for yourselves. I would die for my friends and family. I wouldn't die for my country. It doesn't care for me individually. I just happen to live here. Friends and family. Yeah, we care for you. Bites lip and slowly looks away. Damn bro. Right in the insecurities. If there was a real enemy threatening to invade and kill or enslave my loved ones, then yes. But for oil, not happening. I second this. I third this. Hell no. Have you seen the north of Australia? Go ahead and invade. I'll just kick back and let the crocs and snakes do their thing. Northern Territory or North Queensland? They're both outback wasteland either way. Defensively, probably. If you are defending home and family, it makes sense. Offensively, hell no. How many offensive wars in history were justified? I died trying to kill some other guy just defending his home so some aristocrat 1,000 kilometers away can have his moment? Hey buddy, my country fought an entire war so we wouldn't have to use kilometers as a measurement. I would die for inches and miles. Also, inches and miles are cool dog names, I feel. Number, I'm too much of a scaredy cat. Keep it real. 2 words. Keep it real. That's 3 words. Well, it is short for in it. Yes, to defend it. No, to attack another country. What if another country said that your mom is fat? Dude, my mom is dead, but she was a little chubby before she died, so I would not take it seriously. FCK no. I didn't start no sh-t. Don't start none. Won't be none. Leo TZU. Steal their hats. Semicolon Sun TZU. As a Hongkonger, I would die for my people against my country. I feel for your people. Thoughts and prayers. I have 2 quotes by Bertrand Russell for you. Patriotism is a willingness to kill and be killed for trivial reasons. I would never die for my beliefs because I might be wrong. I know nothing about him, but someone willing to admit that he might be wrong has a lot to teach to many of us. Nah, I'm not dying for an oil company. Sealand, New Zealand. I live in Finland, and I consider it a country worth dying for, so yes. The question hits pretty differently depending on where you live. When we are talking about defending Finland, we are talking about a situation where a small country known for its well-being, happiness and progress is being attacked by a corrupt and oppressive mafia state with population almost 30 times larger. The original question sounds very different if you are an American with knowledge about the recent history of American military involvement than it sounds for a generic Finn. Finns aren't openly that patriotic, but when it comes to defending this land we are f***ing mental. We have had this discussion many times in school and with my friends, and basically everyone says they would give their life for this country. As in, would I die to make a few rich CNTS in my country slightly richer? No, I would not. And, in extension by pure philosophy, is a man with 300 BN richer than one with 200 BN? If you can buy anything, can you get any richer? I'm only here because an ancestor of mine deserted the German army to avoid World War I. I'm even less patriotic than he was. Nah, the morons of my country insist on killing it from within. FCK it. Maybe something better will rise from the ashes. Absolutely not. I'll fight tooth and nail for my family, but that's it. Hell no, it's a random assortment of strangers, a government I have no say in and a flag I don't care about. Why don't presidents fight the war? Why do they always send the poor? Great reference to BYOB. Hell no, I don't even love my country. I'm desperate to leave this shithole. I'm curious, where you from? India? Sad. For Finland I would. My great grandfather died in the winter war and is part of the reason I get to live here. I'd do it for my loved ones. I am of Finnish descent and I madly respect the patriotism of Finns. Do you think it is because of the forced military? I always thought that was cool too. Get to experience and learn a lot of things when you become an adult. Some of my in-laws are citizens and have gone and done the 6 months and have great stories to share from their time. I was also a citizen, but gave it up because I didn't want to fly overseas to do the 6 months in the military, especially because I don't know more than 10 Finnish words. I would die for my planet though. The mobile infantry could use you, son. Service guarantees citizenship. Nope. I don't care about serving and protecting arbitrary lines on a map. Most don't. Most who enlist only do it for the free college, adventure, etc. No one's died protecting my country from an actual threat since World War II. All the deaths since then have been for absolutely nothing. Decades of men and women sent off to die for nothing. It's infuriating, and no one cares. I respect those who give a shit and would sign up if there was an actual threat, and I pity those who have or do serve and actually think anything they do is protecting anyone they love. It's all a game, paid for in blood, and everyone pretends it's okay to just carry on like that. Not a game I'll ever be playing. You just gonna ignore the Korean War like that? Ireland is a small nation. We don't have much in defense. No aircraft, artillery, tanks, or anything. We need our allies more than ever. But if it came down to invasion by anyone or army of any size, I'd damn well defend it with everything I got. Because it's gonna take a whole lot to make us Irish quit. Flag of Ireland. Not for my country. Absolutely yes for my people. Yes. For my strongly held beliefs and ideals even, but this country by and large doesn't represent my beliefs and ideals. No. I say I would. France is a beautiful country of constantly upset peoples, but it is also the country that try to help the most its people, as far as I know. So even if French don't get how lucky they are, I think I'm ready to defend what France offer me. Nah, FCK that I'm good. If a foreign country was invading, maybe I would die for my community, but TBH I might also decide even that ain't worth it and just learn Mandarin. Scotland, yes. UK, no. Europe, probably. All this is assuming that there's something worth dying for, that there are Russian tanks rolling across Poland, that sort of thing. It's sad that I might want to agree with you. Obviously not. Government, FCK no. I would die to defend my family. My country is nice and all, but I'd rather be alive with my family under a new regime than dead before parliament was usurped. No, because it probably wouldn't change anything. For the right cause I would. I wouldn't die to invade another country, but I'd die in a heartbeat if my family and countrymen were at risk. If my city or neighborhood was under attack, I would be willing to die helping my countrymen defend our land. But that's not what our soldiers are being asked to do. They're dying for the military industry complex. Hell yes. If it meant that Scotland's beautiful landscape was saved, I'd give it up there and then. I'd be the kind of guy to runs onto the battlefield and die of an aneurysm. So no, I wouldn't die for it. I would die while trying to die for it. You know in war movies how the platoon will be calmly walking and then a big battle scene is kicked off by some random guy being sniped in the head or steps on a landmine? I'd undoubtedly be that random guy. No, I'll die for my kids, not a bit of land. No, I won't. The president and the government are not worth I'd fight and die for the USA, a worthy and great country to die for. I'd die to save lives whatever their nationality, and preserve human rights, but not for some abstract concept or some random patch of land. I love the United States because of our values, and most of the people here, many of our leaders do not share these values and love for our common people. Unless the things I value in our nation are truly and undeniably at stake, or an invasion force, or domestic rebellion, is at the door. I'm not putting my life on the line because someone tells me I have to. I do it because I feel it's the only way forwards. The news are very sad these days. I've visited a few meme states and have found nothing but great folks and good times. The way we're slowly sliding in the dystopian future the 80s predicted is scary. The 80s? Try the 50s. Fahrenheit 451 was right. The objective isn't to die for your country, it's to make some other poor sod die for their country. The way I see it, one's life is the most valuable thing and nothing goes higher than that, not even honor. Cause what is honor of you are not alive to experience it, so giving your most valuable asset for some square meters of land that you call country or for a disagreement in ideas and beliefs with other people doesn't sit well to me. The way I see it, one's life is the most valuable thing and nothing goes higher than that. I wholeheartedly agree with that. Only if the president and other able-bodied officials are on the front lines with me, or against me if it's a civil war. I was in the Marines from 2000 to 2004 and I fought in Iraq. I'm not as eager to get in harm's way with a couple more decades of experience under my belt, but I would gladly risk everything for the welfare of the people of this country. I just wouldn't do so for the political or economic interests of a bunch of politicians. What's your take on Iraq in hindsight? Economic interests or defending the country? Never. I wouldn't even think about it. This might sound selfish, but I wouldn't be willing to lose my life over because of a war, as I think wars are stupid. Number. I'd be willing to put myself in a position where I might die if I was defending my life for the lives of my immediate family. I'm not willing to die for an idea. Bro, you actually watched the whole video. I'd give you a high five if I was a human. Make sure to click the like button and subscribe for more great content. See you next time.